Have you ever wondered if a major villain's story in a superhero movie was drastically cut, leaving out crucial parts of their terrifying power and ultimate plan? Sometimes, the most epic threats are only fully revealed behind the scenes or in later versions of a film. Darkseid, the formidable ruler of Apokolips, indeed had several significant deleted scenes from the original Justice League film that were later restored and expanded upon in Zack Snyder's Justice League. These scenes provided a much fuller introduction to his character, established his ancient history with Earth, and positioned him as the ultimate antagonist for future conflicts, moving beyond his general Steppenwolf. The reason for these extensive deletions largely stems from the drastic change in creative direction and significant reshoots during the original production. The studio opted for a shorter, more self-contained story, heavily de-emphasizing Darkseid's role to focus solely on Steppenwolf as the primary threat. This decision removed vital setup for a larger narrative arc involving the anti-life equation and Darkseid's long-term conquest plans, which were central to the director's initial vision. Without these scenes, Darkseid's influence in the film was minimal, appearing only as a looming threat rather than an active, established character. Viewers can experience these restored moments predominantly in Zack Snyder's Justice League, often referred to as the Snyder Cut, where they are fully integrated into the narrative. This expanded cut allows Darkseid's presence to be felt throughout the story, not just as a flashback or a distant figure. His character arc and motivations are clearly laid out, making his eventual confrontation with the League a much more anticipated event. Among the most impactful additions is the full depiction of the ancient battle where Darkseid, then known as Uxas, first attempted to conquer Earth with his parademon forces, only to be repelled by a unified front of old gods, Amazons, Atlanteans, and humans. Another pivotal moment shows Darkseid explicitly commanding Steppenwolf from Apokolips, tasking him with finding the anti-life equation on Earth. We also get to see Darkseid's chilling appearance in Batman's nightmare vision, clearly establishing him as the victor of a future, and directly confronting a surviving Justice League in the film's climax, setting up a much larger conflict to come. Ultimately, the reintroduction of Darkseid's deleted scenes transformed Justice League from a standalone battle against a secondary villain into the foundational chapter of a much grander multi-film saga. These additions clarified the true scale of the cosmic threat facing Earth and solidified Darkseid's status as one of the most powerful and terrifying forces in the cinematic universe, enriching the story and giving audiences a clearer understanding of the stakes involved.